Gun Options traders and investors. Matt Buckley, call sign Wiz, the primary model portfolio manager here at Top Gun Options and the chief investment strategist at Wealth Creation Investing. And what's going on today? Not much, just a little small company called Apple coming out with earnings. And obviously after the close, that's going to really set the tone for where the market's gone. You know, last month with the iPhone 5 release, the market seemed to be pulled up by the behemoth Apple. So we're going to see what they do with earnings. And unless you live in a cave, you know that Apple tends to historically underreport and overdeliver. Well, last earnings, they underreported and underdelivered, and the stock faced a pretty significant setback. And on that earnings call, Q2 earnings call, the CFO and the CEO both said that Q3 earnings were probably not going to be good. So not going to be good is all relative, but if the heavies of Apple are coming out and saying that, it's going to be interesting. Or are they doing their standard, it's not going to be good, and then they knock the cover off the ball? So we'll see. What else happened this morning? Well, before the market opened, we saw some really good news, right? Weekly unemployment claims. We'll see if all states actually reported this time and aren't just trying to help out the president to get reelected. So unemployment claims came in lower. But look at this. Core durable goods and durable goods. Durable goods knocked the cover off the ball here, folks. Look at that. The heavies were looking for 7.1%. We came in at 9.9%. And core, the core durable goods month over month, up nearly 1.2%, folks. Ginormous increase. However, why? Orders for durable goods soar in September, mainly because of a rebound in aircraft bookings. So let's kind of take that with a grain of salt there. Obviously, the futures are looking higher on this semi-good news prior to the open. But again, I think Apple after the close is going to really set the tone for our market the rest of the week. And obviously, like we talked about on tomorrow's flight schedule. So that's the rest of our flight schedule for today. We really don't follow natural gas, so not too big of a deal. But as we've talked about, GDP tomorrow is going to be ginormous, and also University of Michigan consumer sentiment. So the durable goods orders are interesting. Let's see if tomorrow we see out of University of Michigan whether or not consumer sentiment is following or leading some of this stuff. This one's also going to be interesting. Tomorrow morning, 0300, Spanish unemployment, folks. This I'm going to keep an eye on this one. It's horrible, and so is Greece. So keeping one eye strategically towards Europe, towards China, we have to take a look at these numbers as well. Spanish unemployment, are they going to need a sovereign bailout? Are they going to ask for it? Are they going to ask Draghi nicely, or is it going to be too late? That's also on our radar here at Top Gun Options. One of the trades I'm looking at today that I'm going to get out to my readers here very shortly, to my subscribers, is a bearish trade on Wynn. Wynn came out after the casino magnate. I love Steve Wynn, man. He just the past couple weeks have just been tearing apart Obama, as a businessman, and saying his employees are terrified that they're going to lose their jobs. And, he just does not trust this guy at all as a businessman. Did really well. They were up 4% after earnings came out yesterday afternoon, seeing them up in pre-market here. I'm going to sell the hell out of this. Why? If you dig into their earnings, their Macau numbers were weak, very weak. I was in Macau earlier this year, and it looked like a ghost town. I mean, the Chinese economy is slowing, and the Las Vegas of the Far East, the folks that I was there working with were Macquarie Financial, and the folks I saw walking around down, in between tumbleweeds going down the street in Macau were foreigners, folks from Australia. But Macau looked like a ghost town. It looked like Vegas at the height of our financial crisis. So, and Wynn Resorts and MGM and a lot of those folks have put significant investment into China. Their Vegas numbers held their own, but if we're seeing a fiscal cliff, if we're still seeing unemployment hover around 8%, if we're seeing GDP slowing down, if we're seeing a lot of still kind of bad stuff on the horizon, people, if on January 1st, not if, let me say when on January 1st, the Bush tax cuts increase and everybody who pays taxes, their taxes are going to go up. If my taxes are going up $4,000 in the middle class, I'm not running off to Vegas to go spend $4,000 in a weekend. So I suspect Wynn, with this good news, is ripe for a pullback, and I'm going to get out probably a bearish double vertical options trade to my subscribers here. That's about it going on in the news. Make sure you join us tonight at 9 p.m. Forex Joe, one of our strategic partners. He's standing underneath Wealth Creation Investing. We have options, we have futures, now we have Forex, and we're also going to be launching our equities vertical here soon. But Forex, if you don't know what a pip is, or trading the loonie versus the dollar, or the euro versus the dollar, you got to come tonight. I'm actually going to be there because I want to know how to trade Forex. I know how to trade, the euro versus the dollar with some ETFs and how a weak dollar impacts gold and all that stuff. So I have a pretty good working knowledge, but I have no clue really how to employ Forex as a weapon as part of my trading portfolio. So I strongly recommend you join us. It's 9 o'clock tonight, obviously absolutely free. So you can see what Forex is all about and how you can potentially add Forex trading to your arsenal to help you trade and succeed in these volatile market conditions. Okay, so going to trade the rest of the day, about to get a trade alert out on Win to my folks. And then I'll be back tomorrow with a look at Apple and also potential trade on Apple as well. So happy hunting. Make sure you hedge. I'll talk to you guys later.